Bonjour everyone, I'm your humble French tarot reader Marine, and today we're going to be doing a reading on the energy of your future self, finding out what messages your future selves have for you, lessons that your future self has learned over time, the energy you will embody in the future, the path you are currently on that will lead to your future self, and finally we will get an advice from your future selves so that you can figure out if the route that you're taking on right now is one you want to continue to take, or if there's anything in the reading that you are not vibing with, then this will be a key for you to maybe change some things, maybe reroute, detour, maybe change perspective on some things, take some actions, and all of that good stuff. So I always enjoy doing these future self readings for myself, for friends, etc., because it allows us to get a glimpse as to where the road that we're currently on is leading us, and if we like it, we continue on that road. If we don't like it, we have the agency to make some changes, to take a different destination. So I find these readings really helpful, and hopefully this reading will be useful to you guys. Don't know how pick a card reading works in front of you. You can see 3 different piles. Each pile is going to contain a different message, and all you need to do is intuitively choose the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. If you're called to more than one pile, you're welcome to watch more than one. Just remember that, as always, this is a general reading, so I encourage you to take what resonates and to leave the rest. Once you've decided the pile for you, in the description box you're going to find timestamps that can take you straight to your reading. You will also find down there all the names of the decks I'm using today, as well as the link to my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share with you my passion for tarot and oracle decks. For today, I have 3 very different decks, very different vibes, but all of these decks really wanted to work for today's reading, so I'm excited to use them. So for my pile number 1, you can choose thanks to this particular deck. This is the Tarot Villeneuve. It's a little bit medieval fantasy inspired. It is actually Marseille inspired, even though it's fully illustrated. And so if this particular imagery is calling out to you at this moment in time, if it's resonating with you, then your message could be in pile number 1. For my pile number 2, we have a dragon deck. Sorry if I'm struggling to grab my decks. I'm still suffering from the chikungunya. My hands are still painful, so you might see me struggling grabbing decks and all of that. I apologize in advance. I'm doing what I can to still provide some content for you guys, but the struggle is still real anyway. So for my pile number 2, we have the Long Tarot. This is a dragon deck, a Chinese dragon deck. Very gorgeous. It has wyverns and dragons and a lot of mythological inspiration, specifically Asian mythical inspiration. So if this particular deck is calling out to you at this moment in time, if it's resonating with you at this moment in time, then your message could be in pile number 2. Finally, for my pile number 3, we have again very different vibe. This time, this is the Nefertari Tarot, and it's an Egyptian deck. As you can see, Egyptian mythology, absolutely gorgeous. This papyrus inspiration, we have hieroglyphs, and just gorgeous deck. So if this particular tarot is calling out to you right now, if this imagery is speaking to you at this moment in time, then your message could be in pile number 3. So let's cleanse the space a little bit. If you need a bit more time to choose the deck for you, I invite you to take some deep breaths, release any tension you're holding in your body, potentially unclench your jaws and lower your shoulders. Come back to your body and come back to the waves of your soul. And without further ado, let's get into your reading, the energy of your future selves. Let's go. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned in the introduction, today we're looking at the energy of your future self. To do that, we're going to start by looking at how your future self feels about you. So this is going to represent how your future self views where you are right now, your mindset, your actions, your choices. It will reflect their feelings towards where you are on your current journey at this moment in time. So how does your future self feels about you? My pile number 1. Let's go. We have the Ace of Wands with the Phoenix, gorgeous. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so first up we have this gorgeous Knight of Pentacles right in the middle, which really represents how your future self views you, my pile number one. So you could be at a time where you are putting some efforts toward a long-term goal, long-term commitment. Some of you might be working towards something, a project, a manifestation, an achievement, a plan, something that I feel like takes a lot of effort and that is really long-term. That could take a few months, a few weeks, or even a few years. We could be talking about a diploma. We could be talking about taking an exam. We could be talking about starting a business. We could be talking about, I don't know, a certain financial goal or a certain physical health goal, whatever it may be. My pile number one right now, I sense, is working towards something long-term. And your future selves are recognizing that, are recognizing the fact that at this moment in time, you are putting effort towards the long-term journey. Potentially, they are at a space where they have achieved what it is that you guys are wanting to achieve. They are at the end of the destination. They've reached the journey, the end goal, and they finally are able to breathe. We're going to pull some more cards and we're going to figure it out. But already, I can tell you that your future self are very proud of the efforts you're putting in, of the fact that you're showing up every single day, the fact that you're taking little step at a time towards a big goal, the fact that you're showing up, committing to yourself, stepping one step at a time, one day at a time, little steps to create something big. Your future selves are very proud of you for that, my pile number one. So there's a lot of energy coming from you guys, and your future selves, again, are very proud of that, are very proud of the fact that you are committing to something long-term, that you are pouring energy, pouring intention, pouring time, pouring money, whatever it may be, towards this long-term manifestation, towards this long-term dream, towards this far-off goal, right? With the Ace of Wands, we really have the idea that you guys have been dedicated, that you are using your inner fire, your inner spark to commit to this long-term manifestation. And again, your future self are very proud of that. So there's definitely a sense of pride coming from your future selves about the fact that you guys right now are working hard towards your goals. You are not sparing any effort. You are committing, you're believing in your dreams, you are showing up every single day, you're believing in yourself. Your future selves really, really want to congratulate you on that, on the fact that you are believing in them, right? In what you can't see yet in the material life, but that you believe you will be able to manifest with time, effort, and energy. And so your future selves are super proud of you, my partner, and that's really the first thing I'm hearing. There is a little bit of a caution sign being thrown here with this particular Five of Wands. I'm hearing you pay attention to the way you lead and lead by example. Some of you right now potentially are starting to get into a position where you have more power, but at work maybe, or in your family life, in your relationships, you might take more of a leading role, you might be more in charge, you might be taking the lead on a project in your life, on a manifestation, you might be taking the reign back, right, in your life, reclaiming your power. I'm sensing that from my Palm one. And so here, your future selves really want you to remember to lead with example. I'm hearing heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, so there's a sense here of telling you that with more power comes more responsibility. And so do not forget that people will look up to you. Do not forget that you will set an example, that if you are taking a lead, if you are becoming more of a leader, of a boss, or of someone who shows the way, of a pioneer in some form or another, which I sense that you guys are stepping into more power in your role in life. Like I said, it could be in your work, in your personal relationship, in your passion projects, whatever it may be. There's a sense of you taking the lead a little bit more, grabbing the rein back, reclaiming your power. And so in turns, people are going to look to you as an example. And that includes some responsibility of leading with example, of showing the way, of sticking to your values, of presenting yourself in a way that your future self can still be proud of yourself for. So the message already from your future self is congratulating you on all the efforts you're putting in, the hard work, the energy, because they are really happy that you're betting on them, even though right now you can potentially not see the results of your hard work. They can, so they want to congratulate you for the efforts you're pouring in, and they also want you to remember that you have some responsibility of leading by example, of sticking to your values, of not letting other people influence you through influence your choices, influence your values, but they really want to encourage you to stick to your guns. Okay, I'm hearing you are encouraged by your future selves to stick to your guns, stick to your value, stick to what you believe in, stick to what you have faith in, and don't let anyone else influence you, my Palm One, as you are the one showing the way. You're showing the way, you're being a pioneer in some form or another right now, and so you want to make sure that you're sticking to your guns. Okay, we're gonna have a look at what your future selves have learned. So it will reveal the lessons that your future selves have learned over time, the experiences that have shaped them, what knowledge they have that can help guide you today. So in time, your future selves have learned something. What is it? And is it something that you can already learn right now to gain some time? Let's see. What have your future self learned? For my Panama one, we have the 9 of Swords. Yeah. 10 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. This is a lesson in, and the Chariot. This is a lesson in letting go of what you can control. And I'm hearing not every battle is worth your fight. So potentially your future self has already learned this, and maybe this is something you guys are starting to grapple with, but that you will learn in time. And the idea that sometimes not all battles are worth our efforts, that we have to pick and choose our battles, and that in order to go forward, we have the Chariot, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. In order to go forward, in order to commit to your long-term goals, right? Because I really have a feeling, I told you from the beginning, you guys are working on something long-term, your future selves are there, you've managed to manifest it, but right now you guys are in the process of putting the effort, putting the time, putting the energy, putting the money, whatever it may be. We do have the Chariot. Okay, so this is a great encouragement, letting me know that you guys are reaching your goals, that you will make it, that you will manage to manifest what it is you want. But your future selves have learned that in order to get there, in order to get to the victory of the Chariot, in order to reach your dreams and reach your goals, this will require you to pick and choose your battles, right? With the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, this is a lesson in learning to let go. Not every burden is yours to carry. Not every drama is yours to be part of. Not every story, every fight is yours to pick up. You can prioritize your well-being, you can prioritize your inner peace, you can prioritize your mental health, my pile number 1, and this is something your future selves have definitely learned to do. And maybe right now, right, we had the 5 of Wands, maybe right now you guys are putting a lot of pressure on yourself of, again, this idea of I have to lead by example, I have to not let anyone affect me, I have to show the way, and I have to stand up strong, and I have to stick to my guns, and that can create a lot of pressure. Which can be good, but sometimes can be too much, right? And so when the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands come, it's a little bit of a, again, warning sign around make sure to not overpressure yourself, make sure to not potentially put too much on your shoulders. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders, my pile number 1. You can go after your goals, you can go after your dreams, you can reach your manifestation, still being kind to yourself, still being compassionate to yourself, still potentially showing a little bit of vulnerability, potentially asking a little bit for help, potentially saying no when you feel like you can't do it, potentially postponing things, delaying things, putting some boundaries, and not feeling like you have to take on everything on your shoulders, okay? And that's something your future self have learned. Maybe this is something you guys are still struggling with, the idea that you want to do your best. Potentially, I have some perfectionists in my pile number 1 of people who are always trying to do a lot, to do their best, and overachievers and all of that. I'm picking that vibe. And so maybe sometimes you are doing too much, asking too much of yourself, you're not paying attention enough to your well-being, or sometimes you might be putting too much pressure on yourself and you're being very harsh on yourself. This is something your future self have learned to stop doing. It's something that they've learned to let go of, the expectation, the pressure, the weight on your shoulders. And so that's something that potentially you guys could be working on right now if it's something you guys are struggling with. But your future self have definitely learned that. They definitely learned that not every battle is theirs to carry. They've learned to remove a lot of pressure that they carry on their shoulders. They've learned to be a lot more compassionate and kind with themselves. And so that is a huge lesson and a blessing, honestly, because it's something that can be difficult to integrate and process. Let's continue and let's have a look at the energy you will embody. So this is going to represent the dominant energy or the dominant qualities you will carry as you move forward. What will you bring into the world as your future self? What is the energy you will embody in the future? For my pile number 1, what is the energy that you will embody? Let's see. Look. Right? The Emperor. I can't make this shit up, you guys. And this is giving Caesar, right? It's giving Caesar for sure. So with the Emperor, we'll pull one more, but already I love that. Let's pull one more. Let's see. And look, we have the King of Swords. 2 very, very strong archetypes in tarot. 2 very badass, strong, fierce allies. Here you have the Emperor and the King of Swords representing the energy you will embody in the future. I can really, again, confirm that whatever you guys are working on right now, my pile number 1, you will make it happen. You're going to reach your manifestation, this long-term goal. Again, whatever it is, studies, exams, financial goal, physical health goal, manifestations, investments, whatever it is, something that you guys are pouring a lot of effort in. You're showing up every single day. Again, I have a feeling potentially right now you're not seeing the results. Let me tell you, in the future, you will embody the energy of having succeeded, having achieved your goals, and having built the empire, the foundations, the structure that you are dreaming of. So amazing. You can be super proud of yourself for that. There is also, with the King of Swords, a sense of being a lot more balanced and aligned, and a lot more sure again of what you stand for, who you are, and what are your values, and potentially, again, what fights you pick up, the battles you fight or not, the energies you pick up or not. And with the King of Swords, we have the idea that you guys will not let yourself anymore in the future be influenced by other people, potentially being a lot more decisive about what you involve yourself in or not, what you invest your time and energy in or not. Also with the King of Swords, we have the idea of someone who has managed to have a lot more control over their mental well-being. So again, if some of you are facing harsh inner critics right now, potentially overachievers, perfectionism and all of that, with the King of Swords coming up, we have the idea that you guys are going to regain control over that you are potentially rising above that you are reaching a certain level of balance and fairness and equilibrium in your mental well-being that allows for more inner power and that allows for you to be able to achieve what it is you want to achieve. So beautiful energies coming from your future selves in the sense of the energy you will embody in the future. A lot more confidence in your ability to create what it is you want. A lot more confidence in your ability to pick and choose your battles, in your ability to not let anyone or anything influence you, in your ability to regain control over your mental well-being, and to potentially rise above any worries, anxieties that you guys are facing right now. Very powerful combo for my pile number 1. I love that. Okay, let's continue. What is the path you are on right now, and where is it leading you? If we're thinking about your future self, then we want to look at the path you're currently on, and it will show us the direction you are going in based on your present action. Potentially, this is something you like, so you want to continue on that path, and if it shows something you don't like, then it's going to be your clue to change something so that you are changing the path you're walking on. But what is the path you are on right now that is currently leading to your future selves? For my pile number 1, we have the Moon, and let's pull one more, the path you're on right now. And we have the World. Okay, 2 majors. You guys had a lot of majors, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, what path you're on, my pile number 1. You are facing some fears with the Moon, and I really feel that, you had the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, you had the 10 of Wands. I told you guys that right now, potentially some of you are faced with some pressure, external pressure or internal pressure. Either you're trying to do too much, you're trying to do your best, you're being too harsh on yourself, you are exerting yourself, all of that we've talked about. So right now is a time where you are facing some fears, facing some inner demon. When the Moon shows up, it's representing these challenges when we are battling with our inner demons, our anxieties, our worries, and I feel like you guys are in the middle of that. So this is nothing new, and yet we see you coming out of that in the future. So there's definitely power in you walking through that path, in you potentially you at this moment in time deciding to talk to someone you trust, or deciding to put more effort into taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental well-being and all of that. But I really see my Palm one right now facing some fears, facing some inner demons, inner critics, inner saboteurs, and all of that. With the world, we know that you guys are on the path to reach your destination, right? The world is the last card in the major arcana. It represents literally reaching the destination, reaching the end goal, the top of the mountain, and finally being able to look at the view after we've taken the very long and difficult hike. So you guys are on the path to reaching your goals. You're on the path to manifesting what it is you want. Is it gonna be a slow stroll? No. We know that you guys are gonna have to face, again, like I said, some inner critic, potentially some inner saboteur. Look at the ways that you are potentially overexerting yourself, being too harsh on yourself. Potentially look at the ways where you are putting too much pressure on yourself, or the ways where you are not sticking to your guns. And so this is something you guys are working on right now. But if you do that, if you walk through that path, if you face those challenges, you will absolutely reach the goals you want, manifest what it is you want, reach that end goal, and reach that destination. So I love that for you guys. Very encouraging and powerful reading for my pile number one. Okay, let's wrap things up. I've pre-pulled some oracle cards we're gonna check together. They're gonna represent advice from your future self. So just wrapping up the reading with a little advice. Let's see, what do we have? We have Green Dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. So this is a little bit of a message from your future self, encouraging you to spend time in nature. If you can go spend time in the forest, in a park, by the ocean, whatever it may be, whatever is accessible for you guys. This is an encouragement to spend some time in nature. It's going to be a way for you to potentially help face this inner demon, regain a sense of calmness, regain a sense of inner peace. So we love that. Very beautiful message. Also, we have the color green here, so maybe meditating with the color green, wearing the color green, working with green crystals, all of that could be a way for you to also work through this particular energy. Okay, we also have, let's see, surrender to your full power. Life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Exactly. This is the Five of Wands, right? This is you sticking to your guns. This is you leading with example. This is you not hiding. This is you deciding to finally take back the reign, reclaim your power, and become your main character energy. So we love that. Very much a confirmation of everything we've talked about. And let's have a look at the last two cards. We have Inner Child. Beautiful. And last one we have is Vulnerability. I think I've talked about vulnerability. There was an idea with the moon of potentially talking to people you trust, maybe even talking to a professional, talking to your friends, sharing a little bit more of these fears you might be facing or those worries you might have, as there's a sense of you, by you exposing that vulnerable side of you, there could be opportunities for healing there. With Inner Child, we also have an encouragement to tap into this side of yourself, reconnect with your inner child, potentially through play, through doing things that you enjoyed as a child, maybe watching your favorite anime, maybe eating the favorite meal you had as a child, maybe going on a little meditation where you meet with your inner child and you hear what they have to say. Whatever you can do to reconnect with this part of you is also something that your future selves are encouraging at this moment in time, and that's very beautiful. So okay, my pile number one, that's everything I'm seeing for you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it brought you something of value. If you did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe. Those are all free ways to support my work. They don't take very long, but they really help my channel out. So thank you so much for those of you who take the time to do that. Thank you for your presence. And until my next video, I want to send you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number two, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned today, we are looking at the energies of your future selves, getting messages from your future selves. So to get us started, we're going to be looking at how your future selves feels about you right now. So these cards are going to represent how your future selves view you, how they view where you are right now, your mindset, your current actions, your choices. It's going to reflect their feelings towards your current journey. So let's see. How does your future self feels about you right now? My pile number 2, let's see. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, fire, fire, fire. I love that. Okay, I mean, this is a dragon deck, so I'm not surprised. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Queen of Wands. My pile number 2 might be at a time of transition right now, at a time of change, right? In the middle of your reading, we have this Wheel of Fortune card, which represents a time of transition, of change, potentially a moment, a key kind of crossroad in your life. You might be transitioning from a chapter to another. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are changing jobs. Maybe you are going from being single to being in a relationship, or from being with someone to being single. Maybe you are becoming parents. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you are gonna go from living with housemates to living on your own. I don't know. There's an idea of you guys at this moment in time being in a certain transitional time, stepping into a new chapter or standing at a certain crossroad in your life, which I feel like you guys know, right? Some of you might be facing certain choices in the sense of, I'm hearing, for example, do I want to change job? Do I want to go back to school? Do I want to move to this place, or do I want to stay where I am? Choices you guys are facing, as well as a crossroad where you are potentially standing and you're having to decide which road you're taking. My pile number 2, I really sense this idea of like transition and change for you guys, and that is something that your future selves are obviously picking up on. So at the center of your reading, we have this idea of you guys at this moment in time, either in the middle of change and transition, or about to step into a chapter of your life where you are facing transition, facing change. The wheel is turning, the Wheel of Fortune. On both sides, we have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So in terms of how your future selves feel about you, they are infusing you with power, with resilience, and with passion for you to navigate this time of change with confidence and with resilience, right? When the Queen of Wands shows up in the reading, she represents confidence, she represents passion, she represents the idea that we can trust in our gut feeling, that we can follow our inner fire, that we can follow our passions, follow our gut feelings. She represents standing up in your full power and being unapologetically yourselves, being fully in the light, not being afraid of anything, being brave, being courageous, and truly standing in your full power. And I really feel like your future selves right now are wanting to encourage you to do that. They want to encourage you to feel confident. They want to encourage you to tap into your inner fire. They want to encourage you to follow your passion. If my pile number 2 right now is facing a choice, you're at a crossroad, you're having different opportunities, different door, or you're at a time of change and you're wondering, what should I be doing? What's my next step? Your future selves want you to follow your passion, your inner fire, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel excited, what makes you feel passionate, right? Especially because we have also the Ace of Wands. What lights a fire in your soul? What makes you feel like life is worth living, right? This is not the time to think about things logically. No, it is the time to think about what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel like life is worth living, what makes you feel passionate, what makes you feel excited. Those are all the realms of the wands. It's the realm of spirit, of passion, of inner fire, and your future selves want you to tap into that side of you to make the right decision for you, okay? So I love that. We're going to continue. In order to navigate whatever transitional time you're facing right now, in order to make the right choice for you, in order to pick the right door for you, you have to follow your gut instinct. You have to follow your passion, your inner fire, your confident side. Tap into your inner Queen of Wands, stand in the light, and be unapologetically yourself. My pile number 2, regardless of what people say, regardless of what society says, you stand in your power, unapologetically yourself, right? As RuPaul says, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. That is what you're encouraged to tap into right now. My pile number 2. Okay, let's continue. We're going to continue by looking at what your future selves have learned. My pile number 2. So this is going to represent the lessons that your future selves have learned over time, the experiences that have shaped them, and what knowledge they have that can help guide you today. So what are the lessons that your future selves have learned that potentially are lessons that could help you right now? Let's see. The lesson they've learned over time. Knight of Wands. Oh my god, you guys. And all the fire. Okay. And you pick the dragon deck, which makes some sense. Okay, 7 of Swords. We'll pull one more. And we have the Moon. Okay. So in terms of what they've learned, your future self, the lesson they've learned that potentially could help you right now already. So with Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the 7 of Swords, the lesson that your future self have learned already, that you guys potentially could benefit from learning right now. It's truly around standing your ground and not letting yourself be influenced by other people. With the Moon and the 7 of Swords, we have this idea of potentially sometimes you letting yourself get influenced, sometimes potentially you getting swayed by people's opinions or people's fears. I'm going to give an example. Let's say some of you at this moment in time, you're facing a choice between a couple of jobs, for example, but maybe some people in your entourage, some people in your family or in your loved ones or colleagues or whatever it may be are telling you, are you sure you want to go after this job? It sounds risky. It sounds too much. Are you sure you're going to be able to handle it? It's more responsibility. Yeah, it's more money, but do you think you can handle it? You've never taken that many responsibility, and so you potentially are getting swayed and influenced by their fears, their anxiety, even though deep down this job, it sounds exciting to you, you know you could handle it, but they're like imposing some fears on you, imposing their anxiety on you. This is a way potentially that you could be influenced and swayed by other people, and your future selves have learned to not let themselves be influenced by other people's fears or other people's expectations. And maybe that's something right now that my Palmer 2 is working through or facing, is potentially having to deal with expectations from other people. It could be expectations from your romantic partner. It could be expectations from your family. It could be expectations from society at large, like people saying, hey, why don't you have kids? When maybe you don't want kids, but there's this expectation and pressure that you're out of age to have kids and you're like kind of expected to have kids, even though it's maybe something you guys don't want, right? So there's plenty of ways this could be translated, and there's plenty, obviously this is a general reading, so there's plenty of situations that this could apply to, but I have a feeling, my Palmer 2, right now you are facing expectations and pressure coming from other people or society at large, and your future selves have learned to deal with that and to not let that affect them anymore. They've learned to put some boundaries. They've learned to say thank you but no thank you. I don't need your fears. I don't need your anxieties. This is my life. This is my choice, and you don't get to say how I live. And so this is an encouragement from your future selves to learn this lesson, to stand up for yourself, to be strong in your choices, and to tap into this Knight of Wands energy to really, again, use your passion, use your inner fire, use your confidence, your resilience to stand firm in your choices, to trust in yourself, to not get swayed or influenced by other people's fears, ideas, pressures, but to really do things coming from you, what it is you want, my Palmer 2, what makes you happy, what makes you feel alive, even if it's not exactly what your parents want or what your partner wants. It's okay, it's your life, right? It's your life. You're invited to do what feels right for you, and this is a lesson your future selves have learned that they are encouraging you to learn as well at this moment in time. Okay, so hopefully that resonates with you guys, and we're gonna continue. Let's see next, what is the energy you will embody? So these cards are gonna represent the dominant energy or qualities that you will carry as your future selves as you move forward. It could be a shift in confidence, it could be certain creativity or peace. What are you gonna bring into the world as your future self? What is the energy your future self is going to carry? What is the energy you will embody in the future? Okay, so let's see. The Emperor. Okay, I had that already for my pile number 1. That's crazy. I love that synchronicity between the two piles. If you watch the two piles, there's definitely some echoes because we had the Ace of Wands in pile number 1 as well. We have the Emperor in pile number 1 as well. So there could be some links between my pile number 1 and pile number 2. And for those of you guys who watch two piles, this is definitely a little synchronicity and confirmation here of the message. Even though they're different, there's echoes here that resonate between the two. And we have, okay, we were just missing that one. We had all the court cards of the wands apart from the king. So there we go. We have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and now we have the King of Wands. Okay. I love that for the dragon deck. It's such a fiery kind of reading. It's so appropriate. Okay. What is the energy that you guys are gonna embody in the future, the energy of your future self? We have the Emperor and the King of Wands. So in the future, you guys are really embodying a lot more confidence, and you're so much more at ease with making the right choices for you, with standing up for yourself, with being strong, being seen, being fully confident in your abilities, and not getting influenced or swayed by anything or anyone, right? The combo of the Emperor and the King of Wands really represents this idea of people who are super confident in their choices. They know who they are, they know what they stand for, they know exactly what it is they want, they know their values, they know their boundaries, and they are completely okay with who they are. They're very familiar with their weaknesses, but they're very familiar with their strengths, and they are very comfortable in their own skin. They don't let anything or anyone distract them from who it is they want to be and who it is they want to behave and who it is they want to embody into the world, right? The King of Wands and the Emperor represent strength, confidence, inner power, assuredness. Is that English? I think it is. A sense of knowing you can make the right choices for you, knowing that you can do what it is you need to do, trust in your abilities, trust in yourself. And so in the future, my pile number 2, you will have a lot more confidence in your abilities. You will feel a lot more capable to make the right choices for you. You will feel a lot more able to put the boundaries, to stand in the light, to be unapologetically yourself. You're really reclaiming your power, my pile number 2, at this moment in time. There's an idea of you're facing some changes. Maybe right now it's difficult because you might be facing with expectation from other people. People are trying to tell you what to do, or society is trying to tell you what to do, or you may be facing with some challenges around you, like feeling torn between what it is you want to do versus what it is you feel like you should be doing. And yet your future selves want you to follow your gut instinct. They want you to follow yourself, your inner fire, your passion. They want you to follow your choices, to do things for you, to not get influenced by other people, but to really do what it is you want, right? And on the other side of that, there's confidence, there's power, there's a sense of you being able to create the life you want, you being able to feel a lot more aligned with who you are, and of you standing in your power fiercely and unapologetically. And that is amazing. What a cool reading for my pile number 2. I love that so much. Okay, let's continue. What is the path that you are on right now? So this is going to look at where you are right now, where your current choices are leading you, the path your future self is walking. It's representing the direction you are going in based on your current actions. If you are liking the path that is going to be revealed, then you're encouraged to continue doing what it is you're doing. If you don't like it, then it's going to be the sign to change some things, maybe take some actions and all of that. We're going to see what is the path that you are on, and this is the path that is leading to your future self right now. Again, the future is not set in stone, so the reason why we're looking at that is so that if you guys don't like it, you can put some changes in place to change the path you're walking on right now. But let's see, the path you're on right now, Page of Cups and King of Swords. Okay, so we go back to this idea for my pile number 2, that there is a time of transition, that you're either in the middle of change or that you're about to face a certain change in your life, step into a new chapter, stand in a certain crossroad. With the Page of Cups and the King of Swords, we have almost two opposite energies, and yet I feel like those two opposite energies are both part of you. My pile number 2 right now could be feeling torn between doing what feels logical, what feels like this, if you do a list, let's say you have a choice between two options. You might be feeling called to do the positive and the negative, and to compare the two, to do the Excel spreadsheets, and to compare very logically what would happen in choice number A, what would happen in choice number B. There could be like a desire to be very logical about things, being very analytical about things, and there is another side of you that feels much more called to following your heart, following your imagination, and to let your heart take the lead instead of listening to your logical mind. So right now, my pile number 2, I see you debating between, do I follow my heart, or do I follow what's logical? Do I follow what I feel like is making my heart excited, or do I follow what my brain is telling me is the safest route or the most logical outcome, etc., etc. And yet we have from the beginning the messages from your future selves being, follow your passion, follow what makes you feel alive, do what it is you want to do. We had Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Emperor, King of Wands. Be confident, be bold, be brave, tap into your inner fire, stand in your light, be unapologetically yourself, everything we've talked about. So I really see my pile number 2 on being the path to success. You're just gonna have to go through this phase of claiming your power, being more confident, and really listening to yourself instead of being swayed by external pressures, people's ideas, etc., etc. Okay, so hopefully that helps you, hopefully that resonates. We're going to wrap things up by looking at some pre-pulled oracle cards. We're going to discover them together. These are going to be advice from your future selves about what you're facing right now. So let's have a look. First up, let's see, we have protect you. We have the thorns, red, black, and gold dragon. Look, protects you in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. I mean, come on, I can't make this shit up. We've talked about change from the beginning of the reading. We've said you guys are in a time of change, and this is a confirmation that you guys are safe. Okay, so I want you to hear that. This is the first message from your future self, first advice, and beautiful synchronicity relating to everything we've talked about since the beginning of the reading. We have surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay, that's interesting. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Maybe this idea of change, for some of you, it's going from being single to looking for a romantic partner. That could be it. For some of you, maybe you've been single for a while and you're finally thinking about dating again. Maybe you have gone through a really difficult breakup or divorce or whatever it may be, and you've been on your own for a bit, and now you're thinking about starting dating again, putting yourself out there again, but that's, potentially creating some fears and some pressure and all of that. And so that might be the change you guys are facing. We do have this idea of like facing your fear of intimacy here. So that might be for some of you what the change is about. It could be around interpersonal relationships here. And I'm even hearing for some of you, it could be from being in a relationship for a long time to being single. Maybe you've not been single for a really long time and now you are in the process of facing that, and that could also lead to some fears. And yet I really see you being able to step into your power, being confident, reclaiming your power, your passion, and all of that. Whatever it is, my pile number 2, you have all the tools to face those fears and stand on the other side a lot more confident and a lot more powerful. So I want you to take heart in that. Okay, let's continue. We have unspoken pain. Yeah, we know that, we've talked about it. Sometimes transitional time, when it's things when we're facing changes that can be scary, that can bring some pain, especially if it's related to interpersonal relationship. With unspoken pain, we do have an advice from your future self, about potentially speaking up, sharing, speaking to someone you trust, maybe speaking to a therapist or calling a friend, whatever it is. Don't keep your pain for yourself. Share. Definitely don't feel like you have to carry your burden on your own. This could be an advice from your future self as well, around inviting you to share your feelings, share your fears, share your pain, and make that pain easier to process. Okay. And last card, we have tranquility. So a big advice also for my pile number 2 from your future selves of nurturing inner peace. What can you do day to day to keep a tranquil mind, to relax, to rest, to maintain a sense of well-being. Maybe some of you guys like to meditate, maybe some of you guys like to journal, yoga, or you like to take walks in nature, or you like to do exercises, whatever it is. What do you like to do to help feel at peace? This is a big advice also at this time of transition for my pile number 2, your future selves. Want you to encourage you to do whatever it is you can to invite inner peace and a sense of tranquility in your life. It will also help you navigate this time of change. Okay, this is what I'm saying for my pile number 2. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you something of value. If you enjoyed this reading, then don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. These are all free ways to support my work, and they are small gestures, but they really help. So thank you so much for those of you who take the time to do that. Thank you for being here, and until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned in the intro, today we're looking at the energy of your future selves, finding messages from your future selves, and we're going to start by looking at how your future selves feel about you. So this is going to represent how they view where you are now, your mindset, your current actions, your choices. It's going to reflect their feeling towards your current journey, their feelings about you, about where you are right now. So how do your future self feel about you? For my pile number 3, let's see. How do they feel about you? We have the Page of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and let's pull one more. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, my pile number 2 was in the realm of Wands. My pile number 3 is in the realm of Pentacles. I sense that for my pile number 3, you're at a time where potentially you are thinking about planting a new seed into your life. You're thinking about starting something new, very related to your material life. So maybe for some of you, you are thinking about taking a course. Maybe for some of you, you're thinking about taking a new hobby. Maybe for some of you, it's like you're thinking about booking a plane ticket, or you're thinking about changing how your home decor looks and redoing everything in your home. Maybe changing your home, maybe moving home. Some of you might be thinking about taking up a new project, a new craft, a new skill, whatever it may be. My pile number 3 is thinking about planting a new seed, initiating something new, potentially changing things in terms of what your life looks like, what's surrounding you, your environment, how you spend your time, day-to-day activities, the way that you spend your time day-to-day, what you do at the weekend, your holidays, all of that. Okay, things that are very like material, we can feel, touch, and all of that stuff. This is potentially why you clicked on this reading, because you're thinking about planting this new seed in your metaphorical life garden. You're thinking about taking up this new craft, or doing this course, or starting this new project, but you're not quite sure. You're not quite sure because there could be some fears around, will I have enough time? For example, let's say some of you have been thinking about, I'm going to give a very day-to-day example. Let's say some of you have been thinking about taking a class, starting to do pottery, because you guys really have always wanted to do pottery. So you're thinking about taking a pottery class, but there could be some fears around, okay, I want to take this class because I've always wanted to do pottery, but it's going to require me to get home later, and I'm going to have to talk to my partner because they're going to have to take care of the kids because I won't get home until much later. And then am I gonna have the money to pay for this pottery class? And also, am I gonna have the time? Because it means I won't have as much time to spend with my kids, or spend with my friends, or spend doing something else that I like to do, or spend less time with my partner, whatever it may be. Also, what if I pay for it and I end up not liking it, so I waste money? Also, am I going to have the energy because it's after work, and after work I'm tired, I want to go home, but this time I won't get home until like 9 o'clock, so am I going to be able to do that? Etc, etc, etc. You guys can fill in the blanks. This is a very silly example, but you get what I mean. I feel like for my pile number 3, there's a desire for starting something new, initiating a new chapter, planting a new seed, but there are some fears around, am I going to have enough money, or am I going to have enough time, and do I want to commit? Okay, this could be the questioning, and this is something that your future selves are thinking about and are looking at you right now and they look at your life right now, they know you want to plant the seed, but they also know you are fearing committing or because you're not sure of the results. And so that's why we're doing this reading. It's going to help you have an overlook. I do have a sense already that this new seed you want to plant could be very beneficial because we do have Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles representing really an invitation to start something new, plant that seed, renovate that house, book that plane ticket, whatever it may be. Your future self already, I can tell you, are encouraging you to go for it. But they're also aware that you guys are facing some fears and potentially some challenges around energy, commitment, time, money, all of that we've talked about, schedule, all of that. We're going to continue by looking at what your future selves have learned. So it's going to represent the lessons that they have learned over time, the experience that have shaped them, and what knowledge they have that can help guide you today. So this is a lesson your future selves have already learned, but it's something potentially you guys are in the process of learning or you haven't learned yet, and yet it's a lesson that could really benefit you right now at this moment in time. So let's see, what have your future selves learned, the lesson they've learned that they want to tell you about. We have the Queen of Swords, okay. We have the Page of Wands, okay. And we have the Six of Cups. Okay, first thing that's striking me is this Page of Wands here that is looking like they're painting something, and it's making me think of that new project or new craft or new seed you guys are thinking about planting. I have a feeling that for a lot of you, it's related to something creative. You can tell me in the comments, but I feel like for my pile number 3, it's something very creative that you're thinking about starting, and yet that you're wondering if you'll have enough time. So potentially, I don't know, starting your own YouTube channel, that you really want to do that because it would be about a subject you're passionate about, but maybe your worry is that you'll have time to commit to it because it takes time, to film and edit and all of that. Maybe you're worrying about having the skills to do all of that. Could be an example for some of you. It could be a book you want to write. It could be, I don't know, an activity, a craft, something, a skill you want to take up, a class. Maybe some of you want to take a dance classes, maybe some of you want to pick up like pottery, like I was saying, maybe some of you want to write your own book. I'm just giving lots of random examples, but I do have a sense that it's for like a big majority of you guys, it's related to your creativity and you're craving a certain creative outlet. You might be lacking this ability to create in your day-to-day life, maybe because of the kind of job you're in or because of your family life or whatever it is. You might not have a lot of time right now or a lot of opportunity to tap into your creativity, your imaginative side, your creative side, your like magical side, and yet it's something you guys are really craving right now, I have a sense. And so it's something, again, your future selves are encouraging you to tap into your creativity, tap into this desire to try something new, this desire to express yourself. Considering this is a lesson that your future self have learned, your future selves have learned to express themselves, to speak their truths, to truly say how they feel, express their ideas, share their ideas with the world. They have learned to share their creativity, to tap into their imagination, tap into this Page of Wands energy of creativity, inner fire, passion, and they've learned to tap into their inner child, tap into their imaginative side, tap into, again, their imagination, creative side, sensitive side. So whatever you guys are thinking about starting right now, doesn't matter if you have doubts, you are really encouraged by your future selves to take that leap of faith. My pile number 3, I really feel that. So let's say some of you, I'm going to go back to the idea of some of you are thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, but you're a bit worried about not having time to do that, or you're worried about expectations from others, or you're worried about the amount of work it could be, whatever it may be, right? You are encouraged from your future selves to do that, because it would be a way for you to express yourself, it would be a way for you to do something that you enjoy, and it would be a way for you to tap into your creativity and your passion and share that joy with the world. So I don't know what it is you guys are thinking about taking up or starting, but this is a big yes from your future selves. You're really, really encouraged to do that and to follow that passion. And I think it would bring you a lot of joy. We're going to continue, but your future selves have definitely learned to express themselves, tap into their passion, and share their joy. I think they want to share with you this lesson of the power of you sharing your joy and how that can create huge ripple in the world. And not just for your life, but other people's life as well. There's an idea of sharing joy here. Your own joy being shared, creating an impact on other people's life as well. So I'm really curious to know what you guys are thinking about starting. But if you guys are thinking about writing a book, this book could bring you a lot of joy, a lot of enjoyment to other people. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, again, it could bring you a lot of joy to other people. So by you sharing your joy, there's an idea of it creating ripples and of change, ripples of transformation in the world, affecting other people's life for the better. And that's something your future selves have learned already that they want you to understand right now. Okay, let's continue. What is the energy you are going to embody in the future? So these cards are going to represent the dominant energies or qualities you will carry as you move forward. What are you going to bring into the world as your future self? This is truly the energy of your future self, the energy you will embody as your future selves. Let's see. Judgment, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm seeing? Oh yeah, Seven of Wands. With Judgment, we have the idea of you finally heeding the call of your soul. Your soul is craving something, more creativity, more fun, more joy, more community, more belonging. I don't know, you fill in the blanks. Everyone is going to be different. But right now, my pile number 3, you guys are craving something. We see it, right? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the idea that you guys want to initiate something new, start a new project, whatever it is. And this is because your soul is craving for that. And in the future, the energy you will embody, Judgment and Seven of Wands, we have the idea of you heeding the call from your soul. You're finally picking up the phone after it's been reading, after your soul has been ringing you for ages. Your soul has been like, hey, you know what? I really want you to express yourself more. I really want you to be more creative. I really want you to follow that passion of you have. I really want you to dare to book that plane ticket, whatever it may be. You're finally picking up the phone and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And so that brings transformation and a sense of alignment as well with Judgment. So that is the energy you guys are embodying. First of all, this idea of finally heeding the call from your soul and finally doing the thing that you've been thinking about doing, and that bringing a sense of inner transformation, of personal challenge, and yet a sense of satisfaction and of fulfillment with Judgment. We also have, very interesting, the Seven of Wands. So this potentially thing you want to do is gonna require you to face certain fears and to face certain challenges, and yet I have a feeling that you guys are craving this challenge. Potentially you are craving and it's not because challenge doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, right? If I go back to the example of someone wanting to start their YouTube channel, yeah, it's gonna arise some new challenges of maybe you're gonna have to learn how to navigate YouTube, the background of it. You're gonna have to learn how to make thumbnails. You're gonna have to learn how to edit videos. You're gonna have to learn how to speak up, how to do public speaking, and all of that can be a challenge, and yet it can be fun. It can be exciting. You're learning new things. You are expanding your skills. You are stepping outside your comfort zone. It's a challenge doesn't necessarily mean something bad, right? A challenge can be something that is exciting, that is stimulating. And I really see my pile number 3 as craving stimulation right now, craving a sense of excitement, and you guys are getting that. In the future, you're embodying that. You're embodying the energy of, I'm doing the thing I told myself I would do, and I am learning a lot of new things. Taking up the challenge. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm excited because I'm learning, I'm growing, I am being brave, I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, and that in its way is very fulfilling for you guys. So that is the energy you guys are embodying in the future, and I think that's awesome. Okay, let's continue. What is the path that you are on right now that is leading to your future self? So this is going to reveal where your current choices are leading you, the path your future self is walking on, and the direction you're going in. And potentially, if this is something to your liking, then this is the message telling you to continue to work on that path. And if these cards are going to show something you don't like, then this is going to be the clue to let you know, okay, maybe change direction, make some changes, all of that. So this is your future self working from your current choices and actions. Let's see. The path you're on right now leading to your future self. 4 of Wands. Beautiful. And we'll pull one more. And we have the Empress. Okay, gorgeous. This is a beautiful encouragement, beautiful message. The path you're on is leading to a sense of pride and a sense of abundance. So again, a huge encouragement for you guys to take the course, to start writing the book, to start the YouTube channel, to book that plane ticket, whatever it is you guys have been thinking about doing, this new project, this new passion project, whatever it may be, this new chapter. It's a big yes. It could lead to more abundance. It could lead to a sense of fulfillment. It could lead to being able to share. Again, we have the 4 of Wands, which is an idea of sharing your joy, sharing your passion. This is not something that would affect just you, but it's something that would actually be creating ripples, right, to other people, finding community, finding a sense of belonging, creating a sense of abundance surrounding you, abundance of love, abundance of enjoyment or of success, whatever it is. This is really a big encouragement, a big yes from my pile number 3 towards this new chapter, this new seed that you're planting. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. I really hope that it resonates, and I can't wait to find out what it is you guys are thinking about starting. So we're going to wrap up the reading by looking at some pre-pulled oracle cards. I've not yet looked at them. We're going to discover them together, and they're going to represent last advice from your future self. So let's see. Advice from your future selves. We have Pure White Dragon from Orion. Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Exactly. You guys know already what it is you want to do. You have an inkling. You have your inner phone is ringing. Your soul is calling you like, I'm craving creativity. I'm craving fun. I'm craving something exciting. All you need to do is pick up the phone. You have the wisdom already. You just need to pick up the phone, hit that call, and take that step. Okay? Love that. Let's see what else. For my pile number 3, advice from your future self. Surrender your attachment to results. Okay, super interesting. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the result. Holding on too tightly to the desired outcome can sabotage it. Okay, so maybe this is why some of you guys, maybe this is that 4 of Pentacles. Maybe this is why some of you guys haven't planted that metaphorical seed yet, because you're worried it's not gonna work out. Like if I go back to the example of the YouTube channel, because I have talked about it since the beginning and it's an easy example everyone can understand, maybe the reason why you guys haven't started your YouTube channel yet is because you're worried about nobody watching your videos, you are worried about it not working out, you're worried about it not being successful, and yet your future selves are saying right now, the point is for you to do the thing, to enjoy it, to have fun, not to expect success, right? The point is in the doing, not in the result. Okay, so that is a very important message from your future self. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what we have. We have welcome imagination. Oh my god, again, we've talked about this from the beginning. My pile number 3 is craving creativity, imagination. You're encouraged to follow that, are invited to tap into your page of wands, which is right there. So welcome imagination, nurture it, nurture your creative side. And finally, we have compassion. Have compassion with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Plant that seed, have fun, enjoy, and then let the results come. Don't be harsh on yourself. Don't expect to succeed from one day to the next. Don't expect to be great at something that you are just learning. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just enjoy the process, enjoy yourself. And at the end of the day, there will be success, there will be abundance. But the main point is for you to actually enjoy the journey and not try to get so fast to the destination. Okay, my pile number 3, hopefully that makes sense. But beautiful message for you guys. I absolutely adore your reading. It was really fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, can't wait to read for your comments. If you enjoyed this reading, if it brought you anything of value, then I invite you to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for you being here, for your presence and your support. And until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!